on. And hey, just want to start remind you that coming up in the month of July at Columbus, Ohio, and Pro Stock, they're paying $15,000 for the winner in another sanctioning body. Just wanted to remind you that.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, good money over there. Good money over there. So, Richard, give us the lowdown on what like I said, I feel like whatever NHRA has done, I felt like you guys were being made an example of a bit here. What, from your take and your side of it, elite side, what went down here?
I assuming you're talking about the wheel deal?
Yeah.
Well, we have a set of 16-inch. They're called bead liners. They are legal in Pro Modified, and we put them on for one run and made a run. And I mean, at the end of the day, we got told they were illegal, and got us a nice $5,000 fine and point deduction. What I will say is the wheels themselves are not illegal. I can run them in Norwalk unless they change the rules. But at the end of the day, if you go back to, I think it's page 21, I don't know, paragraph 6, section 12A-11, whatever it is, what the rule book says is if the rule book doesn't say what they want it to say, they're prohibited. So at the end of the day, it's the liner that makes them illegal. The wheels themselves are not illegal. We could have run them with 2 valve stems. I mean, to be real honest with you, it's not that big a deal, but it is what it is. They make the rules, their sandbox. We'll pay the fine and we'll go to the next race and do our deal.
Any performance
really
advantage on that? There's really no performance advantage on that at all.
Well, I mean, we put them on in, I don't know, was it Q4, Tim? Q4, and we slowed down, I don't know, 300 or 400. Do I believe there's merit to them? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, it absolutely helps the sidewall of the tire. And as you guys know, it's no secret we've struggled this year. The first, I don't even know how many races we've been to, but we're behind the 8 ball. No excuses. Looking for some answers, and at the end of the day, that's the deal.
So putting these wheels on with even the liners, this situation is, hey, let's just figure out where we are or where we are not in this program. Q4, kind of throw away anywhere in the show. Let's see what happens type of situation.
Yeah, we've run them testing. We had only run them to the middle. We haven't run them to the finish line. And as anybody knows, when you put them on, they're much heavier than a normal tire and wheel. They, at testing, they absolutely showed merit, and we wanted to run them at a race to kind of see where we stacked up. The one thing I will tell you is the statement released by NHRA, whoever wrote it. The first one was the wheels were illegal, and then, as you all know, they made another statement the following day that kind of recanted that because the wheels are not illegal. What's illegal is the liner. So the bead liner wheel is a new wheel that Raystar developed, and we bought a set because we run them on our Pro Mod car. Justin Elks runs them on Mason Wright's car, and we felt like there was merit to it. And the previous week in Epping, I had asked, not asked permission. I just asked, hey, we have these wheels. What's your thoughts on that? And they said, well, I don't see nothing in the rule book. And so it was just a very common conversation, uh, not 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 asking permission to or not to. Uh, I can tell you, we absolutely were not told not to run them. I'm stupid, and I am from Oklahoma, but I'm not that stupid. So, uh, but the statement that was released the second day, the final paragraph, did say that we willingly, I think, run the wheels. And again, I don't know who was in charge of writing the deal. I've had conversations uh, with NHRA, but that is just an absolute false statement. But it's okay. Um, Again, it's their sandbox. They make the rules, and the wheels were deemed, not the wheels, but the liners deemed illegal. And it is what it is.
Do you think this is something that in the long term that you're seeing from these wheels that could really benefit pro stock in the long run, and should be something that should be allowed?
I don't think it matters. I mean, I think they should be allowed. I mean, um, but again, I don't make the rules, write the rules.
Right.
Don't have nothing to do with that. I can tell you that it could probably help numbers down low. Um, uh, but I don't know if we have enough power to be able to pull it off. Um, you would have to, you'd have to test a lot with it.
Yeah.
I told my guys that at the end of the day, at the end of all this, right, through all the bullshit that's been on social media and people talking about
Yeah.
we knew the rules, and really it falls on Erica's shoulders. It's not, Erica don't know what wheels are on it. She ain't got a clue.
Yeah.
And she takes the brunt of this stuff. I don't really give a shit what people think. We're trying to be better, and again, it is what it is. It's comical to me. Hey, but it's something to talk about, right?
Exactly.
Right. It is something to talk about. It certainly has got the buzz, whether for or against, with NHRA or with the lead, or however people and their stance may be. Last week and even this week, Dujanay and I, we've talked about it. We don't really recall the NHRA coming out with one statement like this and then clarifying on a statement that was made, and like full social media posts with graphic card. Like, that's something the NHRA typically doesn't do. It's more NASCAR. You might see it from IndyCar, but NHRA doesn't tend to do. We tend to find this information on NHRAracer.com, and that's like it. Do you feel like singled out in this, or that you're the first to get the blow of something that the NHRA might continue to do in the future? Because look, if you feel that way, we sit here and we're like, man, it looks like they put a target on them.
I feel that way.
Yeah, listen, I've always had a good working relationship with most of the people at NHRA. I can tell you the guy that walks around in the pit area, Rick Dodge, uh, we love him. He's brought a little bit of tech back to the stable, and that's who I had the conversation with, and as I've told uh, Glenn Cromwell, I didn't call him out. I just had a conversation with him, and again, there was no yes run them, no run them. It wasn't that. It was just a conversation,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, I believe the whole deal's blown out of proportion. I believe there's probably a person, no names need to be listed, that has maybe took a little uh, uh, personal jab at us. And, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. Personally, financially, it's a $5,000 fine. We got this point deduction. It's a lot for people to talk about. At the end of the day, the SFI specification on the particular wheel exceeds the specification that is required for Pro Stock. Pro Stock is 25.1, I believe. These are 25.3. They're legal in Pro Mod and uh, alcohol. Um, the rules for those two classes say you have the option of running a bead lock or liner. Uh, when I was asked, when I was told about that, they give me the description of those two classes and said, no, that's not what it says. It is what it says. The problem is the bead liner wheel is neither a bead lock nor a liner. It's a wheel that does both. It is a safety advantage. Uh, but we're not talking about that. At the end of the day, the result is the wheels with the liner are not legal in Pro Stock today. Whether they will be or not, I don't know. And I'm assuming there'll be some changes in the rules for those other two classes, but that's not Pro Stock.
Yeah.
So it's very simple, guys. NHRA makes the rules, and depending on how you interpret them, it can be good for you or bad for you. This time, guess what? It was bad for me. And me personally, I'll take all the blame because I was privy to running the wheels when Chase and Mark decided they wanted to put them on. We've run them one time, one run at one race. And it is what it is. Nobody called anybody out. Nobody. It's no big deal. We'll take it and take it on the chin and go on. I've read all the social media posts. I don't respond to them because the people that are talking, just to be real honest with you, I'm kind of like Tony Stewart in this deal. They're fucking stupid. So they have no clue what they're talking about.
Yeah.
None, zero.
Bad.
So
For you
you're
as
going to
a
see some of the shit that Eric's been sent.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's
Oh,
terrible.
it's
It,
comical. It's
it's and it's
comical, you know.
disrespectful in so many ways too. It's just like, man, really?
right,
Listen, I've listened to her for now 2 weeks, bitching and moaning about this and that, and I've told her, I said, listen, this is just life. I've been through this in business 100 different times, and it again, it is what it is. You know, I have emphatically asked for a recant on the statement about we willingly run the wheels after being told not to, because that is just, first of all, whoever wrote that wasn't there, does not know what the conversation was, and and whomever that may be, and they know who they are, just wrote something. It's just false. But again, we're not gonna uh, go into that. It doesn't matter. It has no effect on anything. At the end of the day, we're trying to get our program back to where it's supposed to be and where it should be, and we're working hard every day to do so.
Seemed like you guys had made some progress, and it showed. Even I thought at Thunder Valley there were times where it looked like there was progress being made. What has been the difficulty here with getting the program back to where it was last year?
Well, I mean, not to make excuses, but I'll be honest with you guys. For our program, we have a lot of uh, bumps. We had one of our main guys, Mark Ingersoll, who underwent a double lung transplant in October of last year. He has not been with us. He did come to the last couple of races. Uh, and that affects us tremendously. We've had one of my head engine builders, Jake Harrison, who's battling a very serious cancer at the age of 42. I've got my brother who is not been able to go with us, who needs a kidney transplant. And again, these aren't excuses. We just been behind the eight ball. And when I'll be honest with you, when they changed, we went from Sunoco to VP. The dyno says we're okay, and the just to be real honest with you, the racetrack says whatever we were doing, we're not okay, and we're not going to be here forever.
No.
I've got great supporters. From Jason Johnson and his family, Jason and Nikki, Mark Melling and his group at Melling Performance, Randy Glady, Skag at Skag, Joe Janik, and I promise you, they're 100% behind us in making the ground up, and we'll be there. It's we're still way behind. Hopefully, in Norwalk, we'll see maybe a little bit more of a jump. We've worked really hard. We're updating several engines as we speak, and hopefully we just close the gap. And our goal is to by Indy to at least match our competitors and go on from there.
In Epping, Erica Enders has got a good showing. Roll into Bristol. Was the mindset of the team that, hey, we are on the right track, we're going to have a better Bristol, and things are going to work out, and then it's kind of a Bristol to possibly, move on and just completely forget about, with everything that happened from the scrum on the starting line to this whole wheel thing, and then just performance? Is it like, wow, we thought we were going somewhere, but we might not have got what we thought we had?
Yeah, I mean, I listen. We're about 300s behind. Um, that's just where we're at right now. And again, not making excuses, but we're we are we are we're thinking about we're working on our stuff. That's all there is to it. I mean, there is lots of emotion, lots of things that we have to do, and we're just not there right now. Look, I got me a buddy.
I see
Hey,
it.
this some
Yes,
bitch.
look at that.
Hey, this some bitch likes me. The dog likes me.
Hey, if the dog likes you, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's exactly
That
right.
says a lot about you.
Yep.
Tell the fans how hard that is to find. You said you're 300s behind, but how hard is that to find, and then when finding it, make it repeatable? I think, I mean, you see the comments. I don't think people really understand the difficulty it is in trying to make that, even though it sounds small, make that up.
Well, what people don't understand is it's not so much, it's about people. And I wouldn't, what we're doing, I'll be honest with you, I don't care if I win another round of racing, as long as I get to do it with the people that I'm doing it with. We got a lot of people that's been involved with us from day one, and we are a bunch of dumb rednecks. And at the end of the day, we work every day at trying to be better, uh, and preparation, and trying to get this stuff straightened up at the shop. And man, you don't just put a head gasket on or change a piston. This stuff takes a long time, and we've got all the guys at CFE, Carl Fultz, his team. working hard, back and forth, trying to get an idea of what we need to do. And we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money on manifolds and just different things, clutch stuff, car stuff, tire stuff, wheel stuff. The wheel shit we're gonna have to put on the back burner. It's not legal. And it's just it's a task. But what I want people to remember is 1 year ago, we won 13 of 18 events
Yeah.
um, as a program. And the one thing that I can say that I'm so proud about what we do is we either all are pretty decent or we're all really bad. And we do it as one. And to me, that speaks volumes about who we are uh, and how we do things. And good, bad, or indifferent, we're gonna fight through it together. And we've spent a lot of time working on it, and we're going to continue to spend a lot of time. And I think as the weeks coming, you'll see us improve. And our goal is to get, our goal is to be able to run within a couple of hundreds of our competitors, and if we can run within a couple of hundreds, we have an opportunity to win because we can race with them. So that's the deal.
Richard, you're certainly a statesman of pro stock, whether that's 500 cubic inch or Mountain Motor Pro Stock or any other variety of pro stock, door slammerism, if you will, period. A lot of folks have asked routinely since Charlotte, what went down in the pro stock meeting? What can you clue us in on that the collective mind of pro stock was discussing and trying to hammer out?
Well, I think the collective mind is what do we do to move our class forward? How do we go from track to track, year to year, and for the fans, for the people in the stands to see, where they don't say, hell, they run the same here last year. And so it was trying to come up with a common goal that everybody, something to give us something to look forward to work towards, uh, maybe give us a little advantage or gain from year to year. And so I think, at the end of the day, there's controversy. Listen, it's really hard to take and put a bunch of guys that all have personal agendas. That includes me. So I'm not singling anybody out. Uh, but to come up with something that would be beneficial to everyone, fair to everyone, that doesn't benefit just KB or Elite or anybody else. We got to think about some of the guys that do it single cars, uh, and so I think that the common thread was, hey, let's raise the RPM limit 150 or something like that. And I'm not sure there's clarity on all of that exactly yet. There's some tire issues that we're all trying to work through. There's teams. Not saying that I can agree or disagree with them that say that the big teams, KB and myself, have an advantage on tires because we have so many cars and so much data. Uh, so I think there's just a lot of things. Our sport's changing drastically. I've talked about this uh, several times. You hear all the people, God, we got to get back to OEM cars. People that say that, they're retarded. The OEMs don't even build cars anymore. There is no Camaro. There is none of these. So it's a struggle. And so I think it takes all of us team owners and if the NHRA and everyone involved to keep our class relevant. Are we going to be perfect all the time? No, but that's what the meeting in Charlotte was about. So.
That's interesting. Because I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? Moving the class forward and continue to create interest among fans. You're a legend yourself, but you work with a lot of legends on your team. Do you ever pinch yourself when you look around and you see the guys like Jeg and You got Greg Stanfield back now. Like it's just, kind of in awe of who is there and what they've accomplished within this sport.
Well, I can tell you, I've spent a lot of time with all of them. Jag Coughlin is not only a driver for me and with me, but a fantastic friend. Greg Stanfield, the same. I was with Greg and Aaron all day today. Uh, and they're in tune with what we're doing. They help. They're everybody's pushing the same direction, and so when I look around and I see people like Jag and Greg Stanfield and Aaron and Troy and all the people that we have, Frank Iconio, and the guys that I have, and just thinking about where I come from and what we do, it's a pretty neat it's a pretty neat deal. And then you go out there and you compete against people like Greg Anderson and all the guys on that side of the deal. And while emotions always run high, the the accountability and the I don't know what the word is for it, but how we treat those things are always at the forefront. And again, emotions always run high, and that's what, in my opinion, makes our class great. Um, you know, we have to acknowledge that if it wasn't for Greg, Jason, myself, Chris McGay, and others, I got another friend. He likes me too. Uh, that we, our class could have been dead years ago, and it's not. It's alive and well, and we have a lot of people that are interested in coming out and doing this. How they do it has changed drastically from years ago. And while some people don't like it, the truth is that it takes programs like mine and KB's and the McGay Hayes to make this sustainable. Um, People today don't have engine shops. They can't build the shit in their garage like everybody wants them to. There is no carburetors. You can't even buy a lawnmower with a carburetor on it. So all the things that we have done are good. And we're going to have ups and downs with our class, just like everybody else does. But one thing about our class is there's full fields. And regardless, whether it's NHRA, IHRA, wherever, there's going to be heads up racing, and there's going to be a naturally aspirated class. And, you know, we'd like to think that we're going to be right there in the midst of it.
Richard, look, last two questions from me. Certainly want to
Yeah.
respect your time and thank you for being on. IHRA, just mentioned that. Elite Motorsports, throwing the hat in the ring. And secondly, in light of what did transpire with the Wheelgate matter, how do you think the NHRA and teams should go about implementing and testing such a change?
I don't have an answer for that. I have no idea. I really don't. I think it's a conglomeration of people getting together and having real, honest conversations about what we do to make our sport better, our class better, uh, our competition better. And what the answer to that is, I don't really know. We all have different ideas. One of the things that I brought up was, let's put hood scoops back on these things. Let's go to throttle bodies on top. Leave the injection the way it is. Just put throttle bodies on them. I mean, the reason we have no hood scoops and is K and N and the OEMs. Well, we don't have OEMs, and K&N's not really involved, and we love them. They did a lot for our class in the years past, but again, things changed. So that was a thing that I brought up. I mean, you put hood scoops back on them and throttle bodies. Uh, a lot of this airflow stuff that we all have to deal with goes away. Yes, you always have manifold R&D, but you have that. I don't give a shit whether you're running throttle bodies or what we're doing now. I can tell you, I've spent, a couple $100,000 in the last couple of months on manifold R&D, and so there's lots of ideas, lots of things that can be thrown out on the table, and at the end of the day, I think trying to keep the parity as close as we can, where we have good racing. And, this year's been a little bit different than the years past. KB's got an advantage, and they've done their homework, and they've done really well. And, Greg is really, really fast. But that's what drives us. If it was the same winner all the time, whether it be my team or his team, people get sick of watching that shit. I get it, but the cream always rises to the top, and that's just the way it is. When your head's up racing, that's what happens. I didn't answer a goddamn thing, did I?
No, I think you did.
You did.
I think you did.
You did. Dujane, you got anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, man. Mr. Freeman, thank you. It's always enlightening to have you on the show. And look, I appreciate it. Just like earlier, you've like, hey, it's NHRA Sandbox, and you've said before it's the big platform, and we want to dance there. But yet you've also been clear that, hey, we would like this clarified in their statement. So thank you for shooting straight.
We just want honesty all the way around, and we do love NHRA, and we always have differences at times, different times. But at the end of the day, they're professionals. We're professionals. We can have differences of opinions. I don't take it personally. Sometimes I wish that maybe some of them don't take it personally. At the end of the day, we just need to do what we do. We'll take it on the chin. Like I said, we'll pay our fine. We'll take our points reduction, whatever they choose to do. We're going to go back to Norwalk. We're going to try to get our performance back to where it is, and we're not going to worry about what everybody else thinks.
Boom. There it is. Richard, thank you, man.
Thanks, you guys. Richard. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, you enjoy it. Enjoy those puppies.
All right, I'll do it.